All right, so we have Miss Kellie Brown on here, and I'm so excited, guys. I asked her to do this a long time ago, and she was so booked up. I was like, if you can't do this until January, I don't even care, because I want you to do this Zoom for my team and I. Guys, she was my aha moment at Green Carpet. If you were at Green Carpet and you heard her give her ambassador speech, drop a one, or if you were watching the live stream and you know what I'm talking about, drop a one. It was absolutely incredible. So I've been counting down the hours till this Zoom. I've been so excited about this. So will you just start off and tell a little bit about your story?
Okay. Yes. Hey, y'all. Thank you for having me with you. I'm excited as you are. I'm excited to be here with you. Okay. So the end of my testimony is this, that, my relationship with my dad was redeemed, and, my husband and I, we loved him very much before he passed away. But when I was a kid, he was a really not good guy. The Lord redeemed his life, but that doesn't discredit what happened. So, as a kid, he was, not good. And so my mom and I were victims of domestic violence. And so we left and went into hiding into a women and children's shelter, for 2.5 years. And then families can adopt women and children out of hiding and help them reacclimate back into the real world. Okay. And which that sounds like kind of intense, but it is, we're like in legit hiding, like for your life hiding. So we came back out of there, got reacclimated, and then moved. We left Texas and went to Oklahoma to a trailer park, and that's where I grew up. And rent was $250 a month, and we could a lot of times not afford that. New clothes, new shoes, food, just the basic stuff. My mom was working tons of hours, making $8.50 an hour. And we didn't have it. So a lot of times people from our church would come to the front door with bags of money, that sounds like extra, but it was bags of money, because it was for our rent or for food or for whatever. Show up with food, they'd show up with clothes, shoes, everything. And I was the one to accept it at the door. And so the Lord did always provide, and there is a beautiful testimony in his provision. But the reason why any of this matters is, as you're signing distributors and building a team, you are getting a grown-up version of whatever has happened in life to the person that is joining you. And so they come with mindsets. We come with mindsets. We come with issues. And before this business, my husband and I were in full-time ministry, and the Lord has done an incredible work in my life, but that don't mean I don't got issues. Okay. We all got issues. Okay. Raise your hand. You got some issues. Okay, girlfriend. Just saying, got some issues. All right. Bless it. So, and so I've realized a lot of mindsets along the way, and I've had some stuck moments in my business, in my journey. And they were all mindsets. Even after going ambassador, I realized I have a poor mindset. I didn't know till after, you know what I mean? So, hey, we're still just a work in progress. But so, before this business, we were in full-time ministry, and I had 2 little girls at the time, and I was working at the church. And my oldest, who was 2 at the time, and my youngest was 6 months. And so I was doing worship leading, taking care of 2 babies. My husband was working a ton of hours, and you don't do ministry for the pay. Okay. So, and so I couldn't afford ballet classes for my then 2-year-old, 2.5. And it was all she wanted. Birthday, Christmas. What do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Christmas? I just want to be a real ballerina. And it was like a knife in my heart, because as a kid, I wanted to do dance, and I wanted to do things my mom couldn't afford. And I always said as a kid, I'm never going to have to say no to the things that my kids someday really want, because I'm going to find a way to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what I told myself. So that's why I started this business. I didn't know it was an industry. I didn't know people actually made money doing things like this. I was like, dude, if I could just not lose my $100, I'd be like set. I'd be like in it to win it, to just not lose my $100. Does that make sense? And then I was like, okay, and if I could make $55 a month for ballet, then, it'd be worth it to me. And that's honestly how I started, with tons of fear, not very much hope. and literally clueless, to what this could be in our lives. And then 4 years later, here we are. And I just go, Lord, who am I? And what is this thing that we're doing? And it actually changes lives. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we got here.
No, I love that. And I love your story. And I love that you said that, like, we get the adult version of what other people went through, because I think we forget that. Like, I think we forget that people have hurts and struggles and stuff like that. And we think that everything that they do or say is like directly to us and because of us. And it's not. It's a lot to do with like what happened to them in the past and things like that. So I love that perspective. I heard you say that on another Zoom and I was like, yes, like that's so true. Okay. So what do you feel like, because I know you had this story of like where you had lost your rank all the way down to, I forget what it was, and your husband was down to executive and y'all made this paycheck, and that was like an aha moment. You were like, oh no, I can't have another paycheck like this. Like, this is our sole income. And so we've got to do something about this. So besides that, like what was the turning point for you and what changed after that? Will you tell us a little bit about that story?
Besides that moment, is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, so like obviously like seeing that paycheck, you were like, oh no, like that was kind of a turning point for you. But then like what did you do after that, I guess, too? Like kind of where was that? Just I guess just share that story. Like how you
Okay. Yeah, no, that's okay. No, I just want to make sure I'm giving you what you're asking. So I was lifetime ranked triple diamond and I fell down to double, and Andrew was diamond and he went down to executive. And it was like 25,000 BV. Not an inch more. Okay. My paycheck was $3,000 and we were both home. We had just come home full time, both me and him, and moved from Texas to Nevada, and we had a new baby. And I was like, and that was a surprise one. Okay. And I was like, so basically I scared myself. I opened my eSuite and I was like, if you don't get yourself together, this is not ever going to happen. Like, and I, out of a place of fear, honestly, I jumped up and started running. And so at that moment, I turned to look at my leaders, and my leaders were going, well, they're under me, so they're not doing better than me. You know what I'm saying? They were all like ruby, emerald, and these were like double diamond, double diamond leaders, and they were all like going, we don't have anybody working. What are we going to do? And I was like, okay, I don't know. We're just going to decide to do this. And they were like, yeah, but I don't know what to do any different. Like they kept looking at me going, we don't have any different answers. What are we supposed to do with this? And so I actually messaged Pam at the time, Pam Souter. And I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. Like, we're ready to run, but I don't know the first thing of what to do. Like, I don't know which way, what direction do we run in? I'm standing there. Have you ever felt this? You're standing there staring at your mountain, crying about it, shouting about it, wanting to get up it, but you don't know what's the first step. I don't know, but guess what? Crying and staring and shouting at it ain't going to move it out of your way. Okay. So I was turning here, looking to my leaders going, okay, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. And they're like, nothing, nobody on my team. So guess what I did? Well, gosh, I must stink as a leader. I don't have any different answers. I don't know what else to tell you. So I was getting in the boat of emotion with them. Does that make sense? And I just talked to another leader about this like last week on my team, because she's looking at her teammates going, and they're going, we don't know what else to do. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody wants this. Nobody's da, da, da. Okay, well, it doesn't help you to go, yeah, you're right. Nobody does want this. Like, that's not going to change anything, right? So Pam told me, she was like, you have to go up a level. And honestly, if you're a leader on this Zoom right now, or you've been around for a little bit, you should be feeling some pain points right now in this season of the year. And all it is growing pains. Okay, so as a little kid, you get growing pains when you're starting to grow and get taller. Kate, you're going to feel that as you're promoting in your business and as you're going through different seasons in your business, okay? And I was at a growing point and I was griping and complaining, rolling on the ground like a tantrum, like a little baby throwing a tantrum, going, I don't know what to do. What are we going to, okay? And she was like, you have to go up and then require them to come up to your level or they fall off. And I was like, girl, well, okay, that's easy for you to say. These are like my leaders. If they fall off, I'm jacked, right? So what I did was I had to come in here 5:30 in the morning and have a prayer time. talk to the Lord. I'm like, Lord, I don't know what else we're going to do. Okay. Can I tell you a secret is that I was not doing self-development before then, because I kept saying, this is the honest to goodness truth. I was like, how's self-development, reading a book, going to put DTs and LCs in my e-suite? Anybody ever said that? How's self-development? I don't got time for that. I need to build my business. I need to get myself to work. I don't need to listen to books. That's not going to sign anything. You know what else I wasn't doing? Host to post. I wasn't doing host to post. And I was like, everybody else, I tried it. I'm over here trying to do Instagram. Don't know what the heck I'm doing. That's how I built my business, right? But then it makes changes and then I'm like totally lost, but I'm going to still keep on staying stubborn, right? And I'm like, I don't need host to post. It didn't work for me. If it works for everybody else, it can work for you. Guess what? If this business works for everybody else, it can work for you. There's nothing wrong with you. You have everything you need. Everything you need. What you don't have is your mind in the right place. Because if your mind was in the right place, you wouldn't be worried about what sister so-and-so's crying in the boat over here and the boat is sinking. Guess you're the captain of the dadgum ship. And if you're getting in the boat with them going, well, I guess I don't know how we're ever going to get 75 distributors and 150,000 in volume. I don't know. I got big goals, but I don't know. We're really far. Sissy, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time and all of the opportunity and all the blessings and all the favor that's been put on your life. You're wasting it. So I was sitting there going, all right, we're going to go up. I don't know what that's going to do, but we're going up. I'm doing all the things. There's not one secret. You don't need more tips and tricks. You don't need more scripts and all this hullabaloo. Morgan gives you everything that you need, and YouTube has a gajillion videos. If you just pick one script and stick to it, that would be the right script for you. That's the honest truth. Unless you're like barfing on people or coming up with your own thing all the time. If you would like pick a script and just stick to it, that script would work for you. Like, that's the answer. You know what I mean? It's what you think. Okay. If you're getting discouraged, you have to choose to be determined. I talked to a leader on my team yesterday and she's going through some life stuff. Hey, guess what? Life stuff happens. I am not discrediting that. Wherever you're at in your business, I'm not discrediting that it could look daunting towards where you're wanting to go for your goals. That mountain could look like Mount friggin' Everest. Okay. And you're like going, I never climbed a mountain like this. How the hey-ho Johnnies, I got 3 working people. Okay, anybody feel me on this? You know, you could feel super far away. I'm not discrediting that. And this is not like pull up your bootstraps and just get to work. But it is turning off your emotions and doing the tasks. And sometimes, especially as women, okay, we give too much credit to our emotions. We give too much control to our emotions. Emotions are a beautiful thing, but you also got to get in control of them. The Bible says that this is the battlefield of the mind, and you can take every thought captive. Every thought. Is it serving you or is it not? Tell it to grow or it has to go. Turn it off if it's not serving you and your goals. So like I would turn and panic and go, okay, Kelly, these thoughts are not serving me. And I would get up physically and like move in my house to go work my business in a different room because I was so caught in fear that like I'd been doing this for 3 or 4 years and going, I'm at some point I made the choice that, okay, I'm going to stick with this thing and I'm going to just go ambassador. And I prayed. And you know what? I got hurt on the inside. I was like, Lord, I know how to work hard. I'm not a quitter. Anybody ever said, I'm not a quitter. I'm not a quitter. I know how to work hard. I'm not afraid to work hard. I work my business consistently every single day. I just don't know why I'm not getting anywhere. Okay. That was me. I'm not a quitter. I'm not a quitter. But guess what you're not saying? I am a winner. I'm an overcomer. Are you saying I am Ambassador Diamond? Okay. And if those words are coming out, does your action meet up with your goals? Because sissy, there's nothing wrong with you. If so-and-so can sign 150 loyal customers with host to post, ain't nothing wrong with you. You got the same pointer finger I do. And if you don't have a pointer finger, then you got thumbs. And that means you can click. Okay. And there's no different. We're using text replacement. Heck, half the stuff I say, sure, I would send it to you if you really want to know what I say on how do I explain my business. But guess what? I probably stole it from somebody else. That's the truth. Okay, we know what to do. It's that you're not getting yourself in the headspace. Well, I just don't believe in myself. I just need someone to believe in me. That's what I said. If somebody would just believe in me or come alongside me, if somebody would just tell me I could do it. That's totally been me. I don't know about you, but that's been me before. Cause I'm like, I never cared about a paycheck. I was poor. I'm okay without it. That's a poor mindset. That's what I'm realizing now. I'm working on that. Okay. That's where I'm working on. But I'm like, I didn't do this for the paycheck. I did it for a goal. And I kept staring at the goal. I work hard. Why isn't it happening for me? Why aren't you blessing my business? Anybody ever thought that? Okay. Okay. Then there's the other side. Maybe you've made poor decisions in your life. Maybe you've made mistakes and you're like, oh yeah, but if you knew what mistakes I've made, okay, guess what? God is for you. Whether you believe or you don't, doesn't change it. He's still for you. Doesn't matter. He's always for you, but he can't do the work for you. That's the truth. And as hard as I thought I was working, it wasn't enough. Or I would be pointed in one direction and forgetting the other 5 things that are important, like ignoring self-development, which ended up being the biggest thing. You know, it was number 2 biggest thing I did, host a post. I was like, I don't need it. I'm over here doing my thing and I'm enrolling such and such consistently. Sissy, you want to enroll a lot consistently if you're going to go to Ambassador Diamond. You don't want to skip out on any of the things. There's not one thing you're missing. You need all of the things. So I started coming in here at 5:30. 5:30 to 6:30 is self-development time. And at 6:30, I turn off my thoughts and I get to work. That's the truth. I turn off my thinking. If I'm panicking and I'm worrying and you got family stuff happening, or you got personal issues happening, or you got, life is going to keep happening. But guess what? If you let life run your show in this next season, you're going to be really disappointed. And you have the ability to prevent that right now. If you just rise and run and turn off the thoughts that don't serve you.
I love that. Rise and run. And I was writing down a ton of notes whenever you were talking about that. But it was funny because you didn't know this, but I'm going to tell everybody. So I messaged Kellie after Green Carpet, and I was like, will you do the Zoom for us? And then I was like, your like ambassador speech was my aha moment. I was explaining everything. I was like, this year God's just been taking me through like this really like weird, hard, good, great season in my business that I've never experienced before, where I'm just like totally dependent on him. And it's been so good. I've become a better person. I've become a better leader and all those things. And I was telling Kellie this, and I was like, I just need to continue to become who God wants me to be so I can get to the next rank. And she said, not even knowing me at all, she said, it's not a heart issue anymore. It's a work issue. And at first I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, girl, let me take out my earrings. You don't know me.
At first, and I wasn't mad, but I was taken back a second, because here's the thing, like, I'm a red, so I appear always to be working hard. So I've never had anyone say, you need to get to work, because that's just not, like, reds don't really need somebody to tell them that. But so at first I was like, what? I was like, I do work really hard. And then I like actually took into what she said, and I was like, I haven't charted in 6 months. So she's so right. I freaking need to get to work. And now I have 23 charts on my wall, and all of them are going ruby this month. And yeah, and it's just, there's such a difference, like working and doing the bare minimum to say I did my stuff. I'm working my business. What's wrong with me? Why am I not enrolling? That was me, because my husband and I were seeing our paychecks, and he was like, what's wrong? Like, what's happening? And I was like, I don't know. I'm literally doing everything that I used to do wrong. I was not helping my team. I wasn't charting. I wasn't being excited. Like, I was doing the bare minimum, but my team could tell that I wasn't like fully like so pumped up about this. And now I am again. And like, that was like in part because of you. So I'm so thankful that you told me that, because I was like, I don't know if that was the Lord or if that was just Kellie doing her thing, but I was like, yes, I'm so glad that she said that, because it woke me up. Because if I don't have somebody to tell me that, like, I just think that I'm doing the thing. So I love that you said that.
So Sissy, let me add to you what you're saying right now is that's what the Lord spoke to my heart, to me. So that's where I'm like, there's nothing wrong with you. There isn't anything wrong with you.
No,
It's
yeah.
just the tasks. That's all it's missing for
Yep.
anyone.
No, I love that. And it's so true because we think we're doing the right things and we may
Yeah.
even be doing that, but maybe we're not doing enough. Maybe we're not doing enough of the right things.
Right.
So that's so, so true. Okay, let's go to the next question. So this is from a distributor, and I asked people to ask questions, and this girl said, I'm just gonna read the whole thing so you can get the full spiel. She said, I'm a new distributor, and I'm starting to feel like people are judging me with this business, and I have already had people be negative towards me with statements like, you're gonna bug people, people aren't gonna like you if you try to sell them products, don't bug your friends and family, it's a lot of money, people aren't gonna want to buy your products. And I know that some of us have heard all of those things before in the past too, but she said, my question is, how do I get past that part and those people? And yesterday I was feeling pretty down and out about this. I'm literally at my wit's end. Should I continue or should I quit? And I already told her, yes, you should continue. And here's a little bit about what I think, but I would love to hear what you have to say to her, because I think as a yellow, you can really just kind of understand where she's coming from a little bit more too.
Yeah. So I'm a blue and yellow. So if it's not fun, I don't want to do it. And if you hurt my feelings, that's not nice. Let me scratch your eyes out. So, okay. So dear sister, whoever is asking this question, let me say, first of all, I totally understand where you're coming from, and it does not feel good. And the way I feel is like, wait a minute. I would never behave that way towards someone. Why would you do that to me? Like, I would never do that. Why do you feel the need to? Okay. But here's what I would say with a hug, okay, and pink hearts is this. Sissy, if they don't know you personally, do not take it personal. If they don't know who you are, how you fit, and listen, I don't care what you've done. We ain't talking about track record. Let me just say that with all the grace and love in my heart. I don't care what mistakes you've made, because that is a common thing that people bring up. Well, if you only knew what I've done, I just don't feel like I can be a leader because people wouldn't respect me because of what I've done. Sissy, grace covers it all. I'm telling you, don't change nothing, okay? But if they don't know you personally, don't take it personal. That's the truth. Because what the Lord can do in your life through this business, and yeah, I'm talking about the Lord a lot, because you know what? This business has changed me more than ministry and everything else, hands down. It shines a light on all the weaknesses and all the insecurities and all the things you feel. I hated selfies before this business. I was like, this is so uncomfortable to me, okay? But you have to learn to like all these different things that are completely out of your comfort zone. But when you're out of your comfort zone is when the Lord can do like this major, incredible work in your life. And when you leave this business, you not only leave with a paycheck, but you leave with a better version of you. And if you are married, okay, or not yet, your spouse deserves a better version of you. Okay. Your kids, if you don't have kids yet, your kids will want the better, because y'all, my girls do not need to know the insecure me. It would hurt them. Hurt people. Okay. So your kids need the better version of you. The world needs the best version of you. Everything you need, you've been given when you were created. Everything you need. You have power in you to change. Everyone has power within you. Okay. Who you are, the world needs it. Who are they to say that this is not the avenue? Because somebody tells me that now, and I would go, oh, but if you only knew, this ain't about the paycheck to me. It's about who I am. And who I am is stronger and better and braver and wiser and kinder and more passionate and more powerful. And no other job could have given me this version of me. So when you step away from this business, from this team, from your leader, you're not stepping away from just $500 a month, sis. You're stepping away from a completely different you. And that you is worth sticking around for. So if they're saying stuff to you, sissy, they must not know you then. Because if they knew me, you wouldn't talk to me like that. I'm not ugly. I'm kind. I'm not a mean girl. Everybody sits with me. And we have a daggum good time. Or bye. I don't do mean girl stuff. So if somebody's being a mean girl to you, why are you going to let them treat you that way? If you're not a mean girl, don't take mean girl stuff, okay? Rip out them earrings, Gina, and do the dang thing. And don't worry about what anybody's saying to you, because who you're becoming, where you're going is way worth it. Way worth it.
Ooh, that is so good. That is such a different answer than I would have given. And I love like the yellow perspective of that. Like if you wouldn't say it to them, like why do you let them say it to you? You know, like I would never say that to people. I would never be mean like that. And you know, a lot of people gave up on their dreams and they're living the jobs that they think that they have to have. And there's nothing wrong with having a job. That's not what I'm saying. But people just get caught in this, like, I should be living this way. I should be doing this. I should be doing that, and living in this lifestyle that they gave up on their dreams. And then they see you chasing yours, and it's a constant reminder that they gave up on theirs. So of course they're going to try to stop you, because it's easier to bring you down than it is for you to pull them up with you. Think about it like standing on a chair. Like, it's easier for them to pull you down than it is for you to bring them up. And although you're going to want to do that, unless they change their mindset and their perspective and they actually give this a chance and give themselves a chance, then they're not going to get out of the situation that they're in, but you did. So don't let them stop you, because you've already said yes to this for a reason. So don't let somebody who said no in their life stop you from saying yes in yours when you've already said yes. You just have to continue to say yes every single day. That's how you get to where Kelly and I and anybody else in this business are. And somebody else wrote something in the chat too. But yeah, I mean, like, I think we've all dealt with that, but at the end of the day, there's only one person whose opinion that matters, and that's the Lord. And he loves you and cares about you. And he, like I said at the beginning, like in that prayer, like, he gave us this business. It's not a mistake or a coincidence that you came across this business when you did, with the person that you did on Instagram, of all the 8 billion people in the world, that you happen to see my post and join with me, or that you happen to see, you know, Rachel's post and join with her, or that you happen to meet her. You know, like, it's there's not a coincidence. He gave you this, and he loves you and wants the best for you and wants to help you live an abundant life. And so if you do this business and others have an opinion about you, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because the opinion of you is not that. So, okay, I love that.
Hey, can I add a little side note? One more thing is, I don't even read. If I see a comment and it starts to be negative, I immediately block the person. I don't even read the paragraph. You know why? Because what's that called? Something, words bounce off me, a stick onto you. What is it? I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say, bounce off me, sticks onto you. Yeah, all that is not true. Words stick, and you know what? They freaking hurt. And I can't control what some nasty says, but I can control what my eyes read. And you're in control of that. You're in control of your thoughts. You can take every thought captive. You're in control of what you read, what you allow those eyes to look at. And Sissy, I don't even read the comment. If it starts to get negative, I don't even finish the paragraph. Don't send it in your message groups. Don't send it to your leader and go, look at what somebody said. Isn't this ugly? Don't do that. You're putting ugly on other people. You're spreading the ugly. Just block. I don't even read. I don't give them a chance. I don't need them on my team. I don't need them as a customer. I don't need your business. You go find somebody else to buy from. Block. That's what I do with that.
I love that you said that, because it's funny. We have like team chats and stuff, and people will send a screenshot and they're like, look, I'm not even going to pay attention to this. I'm like, bro, you took 5 minutes to send the screenshot in the chat, so you are paying attention to this.
And spreading it. Don't spread it. Just block it.
Yeah, because now I'm paying attention to it. So yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're here for you, but don't even worry about those things. Like, they're so small. And like she was talking about self-development earlier. The more that you grow yourself, like Kelsey Thornton always talks about it like this, like that people being negative, people being ugly, people being mean, that's a level 2 problem. You start this business as a level 1 person, and the more that you grow your mind, the more that you grow who you are, and you become a level 2 person. You used to look up at that problem and it looked really big, and now you're pretty level with it, and you're like, okay, well, that's like, I can take it. But then you continue to grow yourself and you become a level 5 person, and that level 2 problem is still a level 2 problem, and it's not even a problem anymore. So you have to continue to grow your mind. And that's why Kellie and I are like, that doesn't even bother me anymore. And for me as a red personality, we talked a little bit about blue, having fun, yellow, caring about people, don't hurt my feelings. Red is very money driven and, you know, things Kellie was talking about that she is not. That is me. So when people were mean to me, oh, it drove me. Ooh, it made me want to do this even more. It fired me up to prove them wrong. And I would say that I have. And now they've come back to me and they've apologized because they were so ugly. So I have had people do that, but I just don't even think about it. Your focus forms your future. So if you want your future to be a lot of negativity, keep focusing on the negativity. But if you want it to be positive, if you want that positive influence, change your circle, change your friends. If it's your best friends that are telling you this, they're not actually your best friends. You have some new ones. And we have some awesome ones right here because they will encourage you and pump you up, and just, you know, encourage you to dream even bigger than you are instead of squashing your dreams. So, okay, let's go to the next one. So, what would you say to somebody who's on here who probably thinks that they've just gone too far? Maybe they've lost rank. Maybe they've stopped working for X amount of time and they want to come back. They want to have a comeback and they want to get back to the rank that they were before and beyond, but they just don't quite feel like they're either worthy of that or that it's even possible. Because they've just fallen so far, maybe their volume just doesn't look realistic to get there. And obviously we know that that's not even what we should be paying attention to. It's faith, not facts. But what would you say to them?
So I totally get that feeling. I totally get it. Because I mean, okay, I was like, first of all, looking at my e-suite going, I'm not even triple diamond anymore. How you want me to make my husband go triple diamond so I can go presidential? I'm not even triple myself. And you want me to make one? Girl, please. He's executive. He was built past triple, okay? But he was executive. 2 DTs at 400, not like 10,000 in volume, but he's only maintaining executive. I'm like, no, honey, it was executive and it was not cute, okay? And so, yeah, I can totally see. And it was a diamond account with a bonus and stuff like that. And I was like, dang, I let that fall. I let myself fall. I let, you know, all these things go down, whatever, because we were moving, having babies, whatever. Okay, so here's what we do. You take a good hard look at where you're at, okay? Where are we at? Are you at executive? Fine, because we took that executive account all the way to presidential diamond by April. From October to April, mid-October to April to presidential. And my account from double to presidential in February and ambassador in April. So there was a month in between. Guess you'd count it 2 whole calendar months. Okay, so yes, it's a long road. But who is executive? Who is above executive? Is anybody ruby in the house? Is anybody diamond in the house? I don't care what you used to be. Here's what I'm saying. We went from double diamond and executive to presidential and ambassador in 6.5 months. Okay, there's nothing, let me be very clear. There's nothing special about me. I'm not red. Okay, I in fact am like Dory off of Finding Nemo. I work in circles and there's nobody pointing me in the dadgum right direction. If I had a red personality pointing me in the right direction, it probably would have happened a long time ago. Okay, but I work in freaking circles. I'm not organized. It's like, sure, you want to have fun? Let's do this. Where are we going? I don't know, but we're going somewhere. It's going to be real fun. That's like me, okay? I'm like, follow me. We're going to go in a circle over here, okay? But here's a couple of things that I will say. And I know I'm being silly, but I'm being legit. You don't have to be some magnificent, beautiful, anything, certain color, anything, okay? I'm like over here in diapers going, all right, we're just going to keep doing the thing until something changes. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, so here's something technical if you haven't seen this yet. And I feel like this was major for me, okay? So I'm sure you kind of can't really read this, but this was my list, okay? And this is last April. So there's just a list of names here, okay? And these were all my leg heads and then leg heads under the leg heads. And we were going from double and executive, okay? But these were the people I was like, okay, she wants to work it, she's showing up. She wants to work it, she's showing up. She's saying she wants to work it, and she's showing up, and she's signing a few things here and there, okay? All these people, here's what I'm telling you. You got big goals? Sissy, let's open up the e-suite, take a good hard look, but don't stare. Don't stare. Don't sit there and get caught in your emotions, caught up in your feelings. What's that Drake song? Okay, we're not getting caught up in the feelings. We're not getting caught up in nothing. Okay, we're gonna open up the e-suite. We're gonna take a look at where you at. Are you at executive? Fine. Write the mug down. Take out a dadgum Ruby chart and write it down. Don't get scared of it. Okay, so we're gonna write down exactly where you're at. Now, what do you need? One distributor. How do you go to Ambassador Diamond? Rubies. That's it. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't need more tips and tricks. You need to get your hiney to work, take out your charts, and do the dadgum job. That's it. That's it. So if you haven't been doing it diligently, who cares? Right now is the time, October, November, December. What you do right now decides. Yes, you've been here before. Of the year. Yes, you will promote no matter what you do right now. But I'm really far behind and I'm really discouraged and everybody is discouraged. Okay, that's fine. But what I'm telling you is what you do right now tells you what kind of boom season you will have. Do you want to boom to diamond? Yeah, I just really want to go to, okay. Can we think bigger? What about if your boom season took you to double diamond? Okay, are you at what if it took you to freaking presidential diamond? What if it took you to Ambassador Diamond? Here's what I'm saying to you. Wherever you are at right now, you have to think bigger, sis. You got to work on that mindset. You take out your charts and you do the dadgum projected volume. I spent all day Saturday sitting right here. I got like butt creases from my chair. I didn't move for hours. In fact, today I forgot to pee till 2 o'clock this afternoon. I'd been sitting here since this morning. And I'm like, oh shoot, I haven't had my BFF or nothing for lunch. I forgot to pee. I'm like, but guess what? That's what it takes. Are you willing to just say no to the things that are optional and do the dadgum job? Can you turn off your thoughts and just do the thing? Do the stuff you don't want to do. Projected volume is the only way. It's like hunting for treasure with no treasure map. How are you going to find the pot of gold with no dadgum map? You and everybody on your downline needs a roadmap. Don't expect, well, they're diamonds and above. They should be doing it themselves. Sissy, there's not a job in this business that is not your job. Okay, so even if they're doing it, you should be doing it as well. You have to know, and they have to know. Okay, I signed a distributor. Where is it going? I don't know. We just really need to build this leg up over here. Nope. We're combining this one with this one, and we're going to try to make something happen. Oh, they're not doing anything. Great. Move to the next one. We're going to try and get something going right here. But if you don't have a clear roadmap, you can't do that. You can't have, oh, well, this leg's doing awesome. I'm not going to worry about this leg. I need to work on the other one. No, no, no. You take your eyes off the prize and you're going to lose that one. Nobody is okay on their own in this business ever. 4 eyes are always better than 2. I can always ask Stacy, who's my enroller and my best friend, and say, all right, Sissy, here's my chart. I'm looking at 2 eyes. What do you see? Okay. At any time. And that's forever in the business, beyond Ambassador and beyond. Okay. So this is my list of people. Okay. Here's what I'm saying. Nobody gets left behind. Swim down. Do you hear Ashley Mayfield say that at Green Carpet? Swim down, like on Nemo, when they catch all the fish. If you didn't hear this, and Nemo's in the fish bin, okay? And he's trying to get out in the net, and they go, swim down, and the net goes down, and he gets out, okay? Swim down is it. And I never had an analogy to explain it, so I just kept saying it till I was blue in the face. Swim down. Find the people. Are they posting? They're not posting for their health. They're not posting because it's fun. They're posting because they want this to work. Well, I've tried to tell them, they're just not listening. Try again. Say it a different way. Get them face to face. Say it in a voice memo. Say it in a video. Say it 6 different ways and then decide if they're not listening. Okay? And then, of course, you're not micromanaging, but nobody falls through the cracks when you've got their names written down. You ever sign a distributor and like a week or 2 goes by and you go, oh, shoot, where's so-and-so? Uh-oh. And you message them and they ghost you. They don't respond. Why? They slip through the cracks. They're gone. And you might not get them back. Okay. In this season, if you're signing distributors, don't let anybody slip through the cracks. Write their name on a notebook paper. Whatever it takes. Okay. Because if I don't write them down, I'm going to forget them. I recognized another name I forgot. I'm telling you. So sometimes it still happens. But this poor new distributor I signed, I forgot I signed her and it was this month. It's busy. You're just busy, right? So get a notebook and just write their names down. And then what I do is I look at this list. How long has it been since I talked to so-and-so? How long has it been since I talked to so-and-so? How long has it been since? It's game planning. So if you're looking at your e-suite panicking, sissy, stop panicking, turn off your feelings and game plan. Think it through. If you can think through how to go to college and get a degree, or how to complete high school and get a degree, if you can think through how to have a baby and keep it alive, or how to get married and stay married, or if you can think through how to make a box of macaroni and cheese, craft, I'm not talking the fancy stuff, you can think through how to build this business. It's just tasks. There's no rocket science. There's no secret, no magic wand, no magic, anything that you don't already know. And I kept going, I just wish somebody would tell me what to do. Anybody felt that way? I just wish I'm over here doing my tasks. I'm consistent. I show up to every Zoom. I enroll every single month. I'm not a mass enroller, but I enroll every single month. My steps to success. Okay. That's, or plus. Okay. But I'm saying at least I never not showed up for my business. Okay. But where are you at on the inside? And then it's the tasks. That's it. Write it down on the piece of paper. Nobody slips through the cracks. If you forget somebody, you're forgetting BV. And at this point, if you got big goals, we need their BV, the Lord's BV, the Holy Ghost BV. We need, like, I'll take the leprechaun's BV, anybody's BV, okay? Santa Claus BV. I need all the BV jumping in my e-suite because we had some big goals, okay? Okay, but that means nobody gets left behind, and you're checking on them, talking to them every single day, sending them posts. Hand feed them, baby feed them, spoon feed them, until they get the hang of it. Hold everyone's hand. Nobody gets left behind. And then it's just tasking. That's it. Nothing wrong with you, boo. You just got to do all the tasks. Don't skip any of them. They're all important.
That's so good. Oh my gosh. Comment A2 if you had an aha moment just then in that little spiel that she gave. That was so good. And one thing that you reminded me of is whenever you said, I don't remember exactly what you said, but something about like do all the things, help all the people. Whenever you're talking about you had that list of people and you were like, you know, this person's working and then this person under them is working and like nobody left behind. I got to a really dangerous place like earlier this year, and it's just me being super honest. And I know that some of y'all may be in this place, or maybe you will have the opportunity to be in this place in the future, and hopefully you look back on this and realize it before it happens. But for me, I kind of got to this place where I was like, well, I'm presidential. Like, I don't have time to help people, you know, who are so far down in my team. Like, I've got to do layered leadership and hair flip and all this stuff. And I've got to focus on diamond and above. And I don't have time for this. You are not too good to help somebody else on your team. I have people right now coming to me. I don't know who enrolled them, but they're asking me questions. I'm like, yes, girl, say this. Yes, move it to this person. Okay, let's help you get your fast start bonus. What is that doing? It's creating leadership so far down within my team, and I don't even know who enrolled them, and it don't even matter because I know they're in my e-suite and that's all that I care about. I'm like, yes, let me help you. And it's changing my excitement because fire burns from the bottom, and if I'm only helping people that are on the top, eventually it's not going to trickle down far enough. So I've got to help the people up here and go scoop the people down from up here, and I'm going to work with all of them because I don't care who you are. And there's people, like I have 23 charts on here, and I don't know who some of these people, who their enroller is, but they said, I want to do this and I'm ready to run, and they've been showing me the effort, and I'm like, yes. I'm giving them posts, and like before I was like, you know, I'm not going to give them posts because they need to just like, I never needed that, but that doesn't mean that you need to lead the way that you needed to be led. It's everybody's different. And so some people do need the post given to them. And so, you know, for me, I heard all these people saying like, if you give them the post, they're never going to learn how to do this on their own. But I am giving them posts, and guess what? They're enrolling people, and they're signing a lot more people than they were before. And it's because I stopped listening to the opinions of other people and how other leaders lead their team. And I started doing what felt right to me and what I felt like I could do to help the most people. And for me, if that's telling you exactly what to do, if that's 3-way texting with all of your potentials, I don't care. I will do all of it. I want to help you, and I think I'm becoming yellow in my old age in this business. All 5 years in, I'm starting to be like, yes, let me help everybody. Rachel's like, no, you're not. I am a little bit still super red, but a little bit yellow. But yeah, so I love that you said that, and I don't remember.
But sis, that's exactly it. So if anybody is feeling like, well, I don't want to baby them, I don't want to spoon feed them, I'm not their mom. Well, do you want the BV or don't you?
Yeah.
Because I needed all the Lord's BV. I was like, you hold hands until you're sweaty. And I mean, like, you're holding hands with as many people. Because let me tell you this, okay? And I don't mean to interrupt you, but I got to tell you something. So the 25th of the month, okay, this is April, we were at 203,581. You got to be at 250 to go ambassador. So I wasn't even, still people were going, are you going ambassador? I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. You're going to make me throw up. I don't want to talk about it. Like, please don't even ask me because I don't know. On the 25th, there's only 5 days left in the month in April. 203,581. Every day we were falling short of the goal every single day till the last day of the month. Do you know who brought in the most volume? We ended at 252,000 BV. That's what we ended at. I transferred 2,000 BV total to go ambassador. Okay, so we ended at 2,252 because I was making sure I had insurance BV on my chart. Okay. Do you know who it was that brought in the most at the very end? The girl at the very bottom of my list who signed in February. And she was 8 levels down on my chart under my husband. So here's what I'm saying to you. Look around on your chart. Who wants this? Who's the one that answers all the questions in your message groups, but they're not enrolling anything? Who's the one that knows the answers to all the questions, but somehow it's not translating in their e-suite? Somehow they're still at executive and they've been around for a while. Why do they know all the answers? You think that's fun for them? Because they want this to work. This girl told me, I'm not going to be good at this. I don't know. I was like, oh my gosh. I almost was like, girl, why did you join? Because she just kept talking me out of her being here in the first place. And she went double diamond from February to April and brought in the most volume at the end that made us cross the finish line. Hold hands with every single dadgum person on your team that wants this to work for them. Now, if they're not matching and they're not showing up, you've got to schedule power hours, Zooms, tips from the top, whatever you guys do as a team, and they're not showing up. Okay, now I can't do it for you. You're not going to show up and I'm doing all the teaching. That's not fair. Then they might not want it as much. But if they're showing up and they're being diligent, could you get in there and lock arms with them and go down the list, grow your network, or look at their numbers? Like, I will go to everyone's social media on my team. If they say I'm not enrolling, they come to me and say, I'm disappointed I'm not enrolling. Here's exactly what I do. I go to their Facebook, okay? Or go to their Instagram, whatever y'all are, wherever your hustle is at. I go to their Facebook. I'm looking at their friends' numbers. Did their numbers move? No? You're not friend requesting, sis. Fresh fish jump first. That's the answer. You want to sign people? Friend request people. Okay? New audience, okay? Are they doing host to post? No? Well, why not? Because that brings in a hot grip of volume. Okay, are you messaging people? Are you using the scripts? Or are you coming up with your own mumbo jumbo? Because mumbo jumbo don't work. You're probably barfing, okay? Use the scripts or some version of it, okay? And stick to it. Don't change it up. Are you following up? And are your posts business product life posts and a mix of hard sell, soft sell, life posts? Like, are you in it? Do I have to scroll more than twice to see your face? We got to fix the posting. But it's always going to be one of those 5 things. It's never anything else but that. It's never anything but what's on the list. And then how much of it are you doing? Okay, you can teach anybody to do this business. What you can't do is make somebody hustle. So if you've got somebody that's hustling on their version, okay, they're showing up, they're answering questions, they're willing to do projected volume. If you teach them, that's a leader. That's a leader, and they just haven't made the connection yet to the enrollment. Hold hands with everybody, because you don't know what sleeper game changer is sitting in your e-suite right now or on this screen right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would rather have somebody with zero skill but heart and is willing to learn and to be taught to do the things I showed them than somebody with skill and no heart and no willingness to learn and no willingness to grow or to do the things that it takes to get there. So heart over skill. It doesn't matter what their posts look like now. If they have the heart to do this and they have a why, work with them, because you can teach them to do those things. You can teach them to post, you can teach them to filter, but you cannot teach them to want this. So somebody, okay, I'm going to combine this question with what I wanted to know. So last thing, with the last 5 minutes that we have, one girl said, how do you prevent burnout? And then to end that, to make it a little bit like, just like a high note, just will you talk a little bit about just like how we are worthy? Because I think so many people need to hear that, because in society right now, we hear that, you know, you're selfish if you want more, you're not worthy, you don't deserve this and all this stuff. So talk about a little bit about how you prevent burnout and a little bit about worthiness to end.
So for me, Lauren, burnout is prevented with self-development. And I set up blocks in my day. So however your day goes, when I started this business, I was working with 2 kids. Okay. So now I'm home full time. My husband is home full time and I have 3 tiny people. So I section my day. Self-development starts first. And let me say that self-development is for my heart and my mind, not for my business. It's spiritual self-development, not business self-development. Because if my heart and my mind aren't in the right place, I'm going to be ugly and I'll get burnt out real daggum fast. The joy of Kellie burns out. As awesome and fun as it is, the joy of Kellie doesn't last, but the joy of the Lord is my strength. That's what the Bible says, right? So I'm filling up my heart and my mind. Pastor Stephen Furtick, Pastor Robert Morris from Gateway Church out of Dallas. Well, he's technically in South Lake, but you get my point. Draw the Circle. My husband and I have read this 4 times together. Brianne Beertness told me about this book a long time ago, and we've done it 4 times. This was legit. Jesus Calling. So these are the things I'm doing first in my day. And if I'm getting tired, I tell the Lord I'm getting tired. Would you renew my joy? Like I need your strength because I'm getting frustrated, getting burnt out. Okay. The other thing is, so then I come out, I'll be mom, get the girls ready for school, whatever. Then I'm working with my leaders from 9 to 11:30 is when I go down my list and check in with everybody, make sure it's pointed in their direction. Do you know where your next 3D TLCs go? Like, do you have any questions? Do you have your charts ready? Oh, no, you don't. Let me do them for you. Or let's do them together, one or the other, because it's got to get done. You know, that kind of thing. Take a lunch break. I go out and be with my husband and my 2-year-old, come back, do my income producing tasks, host a post, grow my network, message, follow up, that kind of thing, enroll people. And then I'm mom again. And then I'm back to Zooms again in the evening. And right now it's bedtime. So when we get off here, I go put my girls to bed. So I carve out chunks in my day. If I can tell Lauren that I'm getting stressed or burnt out or worn out, whatever, then we stop as a family and do something together. Like for us, we live in Nevada now. We like to go hiking. Nothing intense. It's just beautiful and the weather is amazing. So we load up the family and we'll go hiking. I'll take photos to use for social media. And there's no phone reception anywhere that we go hiking, whatever mountain range we choose, there's no reception. So it does disconnect me for a little bit. And then I go, okay, I'll tell my team, we're hiking for the next 2 hours. I'll be right back. 2 hours, I'm gone. There's nothing I can do about it. Sometimes you need to put yourself in a place where for a couple of hours, you can't touch it. If you feel like you're getting burnt out, take a dadgum break. Okay. And then come back to it, pick back up and keep on going. Okay. Hopefully that helps answer your question. But honestly, spiritual self-development and business self-development are 2 different things. Business self-development, I will do in the evenings when we have things like this. Show me the money, tips from the top, power hours, trainings, all that kind of stuff, or listening to YouTubes of training recordings like this. You know what I mean? I do that during the day while I'm working or while I'm driving. But spiritual self-development for me, my heart and my mind have to be okay or nothing about me is okay. That's the truth. When it comes to worth, okay, let me say this. After going ambassador and even on my journey, there was a lot of thoughts I had to turn off because I didn't have the answers to. Like a lot of times I got caught feeling like, why don't I feel like a red? Why don't I, like they would say, write down your paycheck of what you want to show up in your e-suite. Well, I never had an answer for that. I came here for $55 a month. So I'm like, I don't know. I didn't ask for anything. You know what I mean? I don't know what fancy is like. I try. I'm not fancy. You know what I mean? I'm like, I try to be cool. No, I'm not cool. I'm just, I'm just me, right? But I was always like, what's wrong with me? Why don't I want those things? Because I know it can't all be bad. Even though I grew up in the Bible Belt. Anybody grew up in the Bible Belt? And to want things is materialistic. Well, the love of money is evil. Or money is evil is what it is. Okay, the Bible says, for the love of money is evil. Is money a love for you? Like a top priority love? Well, then maybe you want to pray about it and fix it. But for me, I have a love-hate relationship with money because when I don't have it, I hate it. And then I need it and I hate that I need it. Okay, but I came for $55. So for me, I had a poor mentality, a poor mindset. But I just had to literally stop thinking about it and just go for ambassador because I didn't have my own answers. That's where self-development comes in. You don't have your own answers to answer your own questions. And you're just walking in circles of questions that you're not getting answered. So then I listened to Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by Harv Eker. And it's like totally revolutionized me to being open to, I never wanted to be a millionaire, but guess what? Now I do. I always wanted to give. I always wanted to. But don't you have to give? So then is having bad? No, it's not. And not if you can give. That's a good thing. You can't give if you don't got nothing. Right? So, the Bible says you're meant to live an abundant life. Not just a getting by paycheck to paycheck kind of life, not a stress and struggle kind of life. The Lord didn't give us this business to add stress and struggle onto our lives and anxiety and fear and panic. He gave it to us as an opportunity to change our lives. And that means the income is part of that. So you might need to listen to some self-development when it comes to having things. I have a hard time posting about things. But that's because of a mindset that I was taught that was incorrect. For the love of money. Well, I don't have a love for money, so I'm okay. Okay. Hey, guess what? If you've got a relationship with the Lord and you're concerned about where your heart's at, He's going to tell you. So as long as you're listening, you're going to hear it. You're not going to get way off base and totally lost and everybody's money hungry and all this jazz. But at the same time, if you don't post about what's being done in your life financially or what can be done in your life financially, people won't listen. You want to sign people? Tell them where you're going or what it's done for you or both, mainly where you're going. You know what I mean? So it's important because it draws people in. People come in for an extra income and go out completely a different person with an extra income. I'm like, you just thought you were coming for money. Ha ha ha. Okay. Now, if you're coming from a place of worthiness, meaning you've made bad decisions in life or things have happened to you that were out of your control and they've affected what you feel like you deserve or what you feel like you can have, or it's possible for everybody else, but not for you, because that's what I said. I was like, well, yeah, Sherry Lynn can do it. She's my friend, but also my ambassador upline. Well, above Stacy, you get it. But I'm like, well, yeah, I've known Sherry Lynn for a long time. She's a powerful person. So is Johnny. And we knew a lot of the same people before this business. I mean, I've known her for a long time, right? So I'm like, yeah, they can be Ambassador Diamond. Why not? They're awesome people. Yeah, Morgan can be Presidential Diamond. She's a powerful person, beautiful red personality that I don't have, right? You can find reasons why everybody around you deserves or can have what you don't have. I did that. But let me tell you something. What you've done or what's been done to you does not determine anything. Here's what it does do. It controls your emotions and your thoughts as long as you allow it. And that is the result you have with your business and your life, what you think. Okay. You make a poor decision and you feel like, well, I don't even deserve to have a relationship with the Lord, let alone have a business that's blessed and be successful. Okay. I don't care if you've killed somebody. I don't care if you robbed a bank. I don't care. Whatever the worst thing is that you think you could have, guess what? None of it matters because of grace, because of redemption. So here's what I'm saying to you. You keep telling yourself, I don't know. I can only think I can't think past double diamond. I can't think past diamond. I just don't know. I don't know that I deserve to be a triple diamond. So I'm just going to choose to think diamond or double diamond because that's more attainable. Okay. Not true. It's not true about you. You are and have every single thing that you need. God is for you. He's for you, whether you think he is or not, whether you deserve or not. That's who he is. So that's what he's going to do, is be for you. He's for you. He's for you. But what happens is you have to do the work on you and your thinking. You don't need more favor. You ever looked at somebody and said they have more favor? Well, they're just really blessed. They have a ton of favor on their life. There's not more or less favor. You have all the favor, all the blessing, all the things, all the tasks, all the tips and tricks and secrets, every single tool that you could possibly need. And if you don't have it, you just need to get your keister on YouTube. Because I was watching YouTube 4 years ago, and that's how I learned how to get to where I am. Okay. So you go back and watch some of them old school YouTubes or the new school YouTubes, and you're going to have every tip, trick, secret, every single tool in your tool belt, plus some. So many tools, you can't even fit them in your belt. Okay. But what you got to do is do some heart work. Get yourself up in the morning. Okay. Well, I'm a night person. Okay. Change. Because all the successful entrepreneurs that you hear about, okay, Grant Cardone, Gary Vee, whoever you esteem as a, what is that? Craig Rochelle, whatever his name is, Pam Souter, Cammie Pentecost, all these people, guess what they do? They get up in the morning, they go to bed and they get up in the morning because you can think better, think clearer. Okay. You're fresher. You want to start your day instead of your day running you run your day. When you do that, you stay up late, you can't think good. You get tired, you make mistakes. Your thinking gets muddy and you're behind the next day. Does that make sense? Your day is running you. Make a change. I go to bed at 9. I get up at 5:30. Is it always easy? No. But when you do it for about 5 days, your body starts to wake itself up on its own. And then you got to do some heart work. Okay. 5:30 to 6:30 is my heart work. Turn off my thoughts. Well, I don't know if I'm worthy. Turn them off. Don't think about that. Don't think. I'm literally telling you, turn off your emotions. Be in control. Don't be an out of control, emotional person, mess. You can't build anything successful that way. Well, I'm just a mess. You're speaking that over. That's your thought. You're not a mess. You're choosing to be a mess. You can choose to change or choose to sit in your mess. Change the diaper and get yourself up. Does that make sense? Turn off your thoughts that don't serve you and do the job. That's the answer. There isn't a secret to it.
I love that. Thank you so much. You just inspired me. I've been waking up at 7, but now I'm gonna wake up at I'm gonna work myself up to 5:30. I'm such a night
Scooch to 6, sissy. Scooch to 6.
Yeah, I can go to 7. Like I've consistently been doing 7. Now I can do 6. Yes. Rachel, y'all are literally the same person. I love that you said that. But yes. Okay. So thank you so much for doing this. I'm gonna stop the recording.